Hello and welcome to the Jekyll-Hyde-Club.
Morticia and Gomez hereby jointly call this meeting to order. Today we are going to do an unboxing/review of
Kong from Sky Island. It's an 18-inch posable Kong mega figure available only at Walmart.
It is a mega figure too. I say unboxing loosely because we are going to unbox the little tiny soldier that comes with him, but I had a feeling that it was going to be an issue because Godzilla was an issue to unbox that I got from Walmart a few years ago, and it was an issue. It was more of an issue than I thought it would be because not only was he tied down where I had to cut him apart with scissors, it got worse. These scissors were good for the straps, but then it got worse, and I couldn't figure out why he wasn't coming out of the box because there were no more ties and he still wasn't moving. There was a screw in the back of him attaching him to the box, and I had to use a screwdriver to get it out. That is getting ridiculous, people. I mean, if somebody can really steal an 18-inch big-ass Kong, let them have it. If they can really get the ties cut and they have something and nobody notices them doing that in the store, like if that's why they're screwing it down, I can't imagine, because Kong is too big for little babies to eat the parts of. So I don't know why else they would screw it with a screwdriver down to the box unless they were so paranoid. Dude, if somebody can steal that and carry it out of the store after they cut it, let them have it. I mean, if people are that negligent that they don't notice that happening, the thief had to work for it, so he earned it. Let him have it. Whatever. I just can't imagine why they're screwing it to the box now. It's getting insane. Like, you really have to have a toolkit to open a toy. It's not okay. But anyway.
Yes, I showed them the screw, but it's really...
Yes, it's real. It was a screw. And we're not even doing Weird Tales Wednesday.
But that will be for next time.
Yes, we do that once a week usually with our true, real stories. So if you guys are new, check in and do like, subscribe, share, and check out our other fun, spooky reviews. They're always of a dark and strange nature, be they accessories, jewelry, clothes, toys. It's always along the dark, spooky lines.
That figure is really impressive. It is reminiscent of the one that we encountered on our ride at Universal Studios at Florida.
Yeah, that was a fun ride.
It was one of our favorites, and neither of us were really naturally into King Kong that much.
Yeah, I'm all Team Godzilla for sure.
Yeah, but this one, like,
Tokyo, go Godzilla.
It's not just that his size is enormous. It's also that he has those, like, there was this mystical aspect on the ride, and like where they would do like voodoo spells and talk about the spirit is strong in him and stuff like that. So that really spoke to me.
I agree. It made it cooler.
Yes, and now Morticia finally found she's like, well, you have to have this one. I'm like, okay.
Because he kept looking at other ones and wasn't drawn, just big monkey figures or Kong, and like he wasn't quite drawn to the stuffed Kong we saw at Universal. And he had a few monkey action figures that I think my nephew ended up with eventually that he would get. But you know how you get it and you think you want it and then you just realize you're not playing with it or looking at it or anything? He would kind of have that. I'm like, nah, you'll see in a second, guys. This toy is inspiring of Kong. It's like you can just look at it and feel the majesty and the power.
There are regular monkeys, and then there's King Kong.
And then there are other King Kong figures, but this one's the one that really gives you the feeling of that's a big-ass monkey that can stomp a village. But I still think Godzilla's cooler, but... and now I can attempt to unbox, unless you're still showing.
No,
There's dinosaurs on there. Like, oh, no, you can have this one. It's not inside here. Sorry.
Yes.
And so anyway, the dinosaurs were part of the same, like, theme, so they're for sale. And I'm going to try to unbox this little puny soldier guy that he comes with. We're probably not going to keep him. We will, like, sell him or something. That's me just tearing it because guess what? I don't care.
Got Morticia packs and boxes in.
Oh, I was stupid, you guys. Would you like to know why I was stupid?
Morticia thought that this one would be easy.
I thought, they're not going to think anybody's going to steal the soldier guy. He's insignificant, and so he won't be that hard to unbox. But I was wrong. So while I attempt to... And the problem with cutting him out, I'm going to try to do it, but he's so tied down, like it's very a tightly connected tie down, that you can't wedge scissors under him to get him. These people just need to have their faces beat in. I'm sorry. Oh, okay. These are only available at Walmart, and I am going to give Kong to Gomez, and we'll show you his posability in a second, but just check out his majesty and his huge 3D detail. while I fuss with this little whatever guy. He's got something on. Oh, whatever. Okay. Nobody really cares about you, soldier guy, but we're gonna get you out anyway.
So interesting that for such an enormous figure and menacing, really, he seems like his eyes seem almost like peaceful and wise, like almost like some kind of a dark Zen master of the primeval times.
He was in his zone, trying to get along, then he's thinking maybe you should go. Right.
Don't forget to check Morticia's song videos. Because sometimes we sing.
Yeah. Why don't you show them his feet? I really like the way the underside of his feet were developed. You guys, I'm really hoping I don't break this toy, and I'm going to complain if I do, even though I don't particularly want it, because it's still not okay that it is wedged down so hard that one has to kind of maybe injure it to get it out. It's crazy. Alright, now you have to rip the box really hard and get it open, and then the thing is still around his waist, this little tie thing. And it's one of those pull like garbage bag style slip knots that you can't just untie. So once again, I'm wedging my tiny scissors under and hoping that I can cut it without like breaking him, just because I wouldn't mind making $5 back. Whatever. Aha, there it goes. But it was ridiculous and I had to work at it. And did you show his beauty?
Yes, I like how one of his toes stand out. It sort of makes it believable that he can preserve balance even while fighting pterodactyls in the air, because they're trying to sway him, but he is very well balanced. His toes are slightly bent, and that's how I would expect a martial artist like to stand, so to gain extra balance when being unbalanced by an opponent. So it's kind of cool. I think it's a realistic position. I like how his knees are also bent, but like Morticia said, the toes are really awesome, and even the fur on them is believable and realistic looking. So I think they developed this figure exquisitely well, and I like there's some kind of a stripes on his chest that are white, and I wonder if they could be the markings that give him his mystical character too, which I would investigate eventually, but I like the concept at least. And you can see him now in his full glory from head to toe. I have to pass him several times because he's so large that the camera cannot encompass the whole of him.
Oh, he is awesome. He's a nice, heavy, solid figure, you guys. And this soldier, I'll show you Kong's articulation in a second, but this little soldier, am I in the camera?
You are.
Okay, his arms don't really bend at the, anywhere but the elbows. Not elbows, hello, at the shoulders. My brain's been fried from struggling with unboxing, which should be easy. Anyway, just the shoulders, and then the head turns from side to side, and Gomez can show you.
Well, here's the soldier with his little pathetic bazooka trying to take...
No, he's so tiny compared to... Like, yeah, I want to try to show them together. Like, show them on his leg. So,
yeah.
he just comes up to
like, here is the scale. I think the entire head of Kong is maybe like twice as big as the whole soldier.
He'll be like a snack, like not even.
Yeah, like I'll start with an appetizer, then I'll move to the entire platoon, and then maybe my breakfast will begin in earnest. That would be me if I had the King Kong and like body and my regular appetite. I'd be like, okay.
Gomez's appetite is King Kong body. Well, the world is screwed. He's gonna eat his way through it in like a few days.
Well, that's why it's good to be in the ancient world, because the prey there is much bigger.
Okay. I am going to show the articulation. His head just doesn't really do anything, so I don't even know why it looks... I thought he was supposed to move or something, and if he has, there was no directions in the box, and I couldn't find anything. But the head, like, I can wiggle it like this, but it doesn't do anything else. So I thought he would scream or roar or something, and if he does, we still haven't discovered it, and the box didn't say anything. They said chest beating action. I don't know what that means because there is none. Is this showing okay?
Yes.
His arm just goes out to the side like that at the shoulder. The elbow looks like it should move, but this one doesn't want to really, so I'm afraid to...
Such bulging muscles.
Yeah, but this one, again, goes... Ouch. the same way, but this elbow will go up like this. But he doesn't touch the chest, so I don't know what they're calling chest feeding action. Like, I don't know, but we just got him because he's gonna look really nice on Gomez's table. His little glass end table beside our sofa. Yeah, there's like a joint here. Maybe, oh, there it is stiff. It just doesn't really seem to. So both of them do like that. And so he could go like this.
Behold the fist that knocks down a T-Rex.
Like that. But not Godzilla. He's like, screw you. Okay, I love me some Godzilla. I would love to ride through Tokyo or wherever. It's not specifically like, I don't care about Tokyo over anywhere else, but I could do it through this town. I could do it through most towns. Just ride on him while he smashes it to smithereens. But yes! History shows again and again how nature points up the folly of men. Godzilla. It's like nature saying, screw your buildings. Okay, he's got all these back muscles that are really well defined.
Yes, good back. Any bodybuilder would be.
Yeah. And he doesn't even have like a big belly. He's all toned and stuff. Like he does sit-ups. He's like beefcake. Like,
Gym is for wimps.
He's like Cartman. Beefcake. If he talked, I think that's what he should say. That could be his 2 words.
I like that.
Like, give me a concept. Beefcake.
Concake.
Concake. I like that. So he can do all kinds of weird muscle movements. Like his arm out like, Okay, so anyway, his legs don't do anything, which is okay because they hold him up well. I mean, he's got a good balance. He can stand on his own. And I like the fact, even here at the wrists, like you can see the thick fur. It's so thick right here, like where it's kind of standing out and well defined. And it's the same at his ankles. Like, I noticed that, the fur fringing out here and there. So that's cool. So he's 18 inches, he's solid, heavy, very well defined. I think lovely detail. You got the fangs here in the mouth. And like Gomez said, the well-defined expression. And you commented on that expression in the plush version that you weren't sure about that was sitting, Gomez.
Yeah.
So you got the same thing, but you got to figure that we're more moved by just the,
Yeah.
I mean, you know, you can just tell this guy is bad to the bone. And a menace to society, just like we like it. A proper citizen, as it were.
I like that.
So, this has been the Jekyllhydeclub review of
The Kong from Skull Island.
only available at Walmart, and it was $25. That's not too bad. I mean, considering it comes with the little guy, and he's a huge, heavy figure. I mean, we paid $25 for less heavy at comic book stores and whatever, so I think it's a good deal, definitely.
And you might notice in comparison, I looked just today that he is sold for about $50 by various eBay sellers. It's not like unique, it seems very common spread, so I'm guessing that the world version of him is much cheaper.
Yeah, so check him at Walmart, and even if you order online from Walmart.com, you're going to get a better deal than eBay and whatnot. And eBay's usually good, but I guess they're capitalizing? I don't know. There's such pretty big tusks. Right
Such
there.
big tusks you have.
The better to crunch you with, my dear. So, if you guys enjoyed this, please check out our other reviews. We have lots of past videos. We try to upload a video every day or every couple days at least, and we have lots of variety for your viewing pleasure of darkness. And until next time,
Try to enjoy the daylight.